on the web, a lot of EHR systems incorporate CPT codes. They'll say, oh, they'll throw up a little reminder, you have enough history and physical exam elements to bill this as a 215. That's great. It can help you make sure you're not missing something, but in the end, you as the provider are responsible for making sure the billing is accurate. No software system can understand the nuances and understand that medical decision making has to play a role in the billing. And just because you hit a list of bullet points, that may not be relevant physical exam. So that cold, if I do a full 9-system general multi-system exam, that is not all relevant exam for that cold. But according to the software program, it's going to look like I did a comprehensive exam. So you still have to, you can use it as a guideline, but you still have to look at it from a human point of view. But it can be very helpful in making sure you don't miss things. Medical decision making or complexity for a new patient. Low complexity for a 203 means you have a couple of diagnosis points, couple of points from data, and they're low risk. 204, moderate complexity, 3 points on data and diagnoses, moderate risk, and a 205 means 4 diagnosis points, 4 data points, and high risk. That's why a 205 from an insurance standpoint is awfully hard to do, because a lot of the times you're missing some component in that 205. Someone asked if I have a preference for EHRs. We can talk about that at the end, because that's a whole nother talk. HPI on a new patient is pretty straightforward. It's what we do best. Just get your questions down to what's relevant, what do I need for this particular patient. And I like to remember, I want to keep that really guided and focused, because I'd rather spend more of my time in counseling and wellness and getting this person eating a good diet than asking 10,000 questions that are probably not going to change my diagnosis or my treatment. So you have to judge where that is for you. But I like to get that stuff done, and let's move on to the important stuff. Physical exam, get it built into your flow. Create a template to facilitate those 18 bullet points, whether that's on an EHR template or it's your paper template, so you can check the boxes, write in the pertinent positives, write in a couple pertinent negatives too, just to show that you are actually doing the work. Do what's relevant to their actual complaints. You're good to go there. Medical decision making or complexity for a 203. The risk is the easy part. Those points could be from one new problem that you don't need to do any workup, i.e. they're new to you, they have a cold, they have a UTI, you don't need to do anything, you can treat it presumptively, or a couple of self-limited issues, or if you order a lab and ask for some records, you're easily going to make your points on this. Make sure you write down, though, that you did request records, or that you did summarize the records. I looked at old records, last 2 years of lab testing, no pertinent positives. A simple sentence shows that you did the work. For a 204, you're going to need a couple of chronic conditions. That's pretty easy to do in our practices. Managing prescriptions, depending on what state you're in. Undiagnosed problem or diagnosis of a new problem that you're going to need to order lab work and work up, or a couple of problems that you don't need to work up. So this is kind of the combinations that you need to create, and you can look back at the audit tool to make sure you're getting to those point systems, but not overly complicated. And one of the reasons I have my front desk tell people, if you have old records or you have your most recent labs, bring them in with you, because I automatically get 1 or 2